Okay, hello. How's it going? It's been a minute. Let's see, who's here? J Reggie, LC, very nice. Oh, nice. Boomers in the chat. Who else is here? Onkid, Boomerang, Karoo second. Trua, what's up? Pogert, hello. Hubert, hello. Akshay, it's finally happening, yeah. Want to buy, want to trade for? Same, TBH, Weagle. How's it going? Mr. Kupo, hello. Uter was about to go to bed. You can go to bed. Don't worry too much about it. It's gonna be a chill stream. Prime, hello. ODM, yo. Wow, this board must be really good. I bet the remastered RES is even better. Matter of fact, I think I know someone selling one. Nice marketing, Mr. Pogert. Kodabra, hello. Big Macs and Onions, hello. Late night stream indeed. Yeah, it's been a minute. I've been so busy. I'm not sure if you can tell that I've just been like, yeah. I've just been busy. I haven't really streamed in the past week or so, and so I've just been doing work. So yeah, it's just been crazy. Prime, thanks for the Prime sub. How much to buy? How much to ban? Kid. He's avoid DFA problem. What? What this? Frankie, hello. Vinny, hello. Amarade, hello. 22 months. Thank you so much. How are you doing? LFK, hello. Alright, sorry, I'm just checking some quick notifications here. Okay. Coolio. Alright. Yavin, hey. How goes it? Oh, good heavens. Hello. Shrek is God. How's it going, my friend? Hinker. Big Max and Nunny's got the last GB set shipped, or GB rather shipped. Which GB was that? Also, thanks for the 17. Time to dive deeper into the resin world. That's your excuse? You get your last GB? And now you're justifying going into resin? That's not a good idea. I highly suggest straying far away from it if you can. It's big gas. Can be exit scanned by resin? You can be, actually, yes. You can definitely be exit scanned by resin. That is actually true. You definitely can be exit scanned by it. Okay, so today's build is somewhat long-awaited build. I've actually had this board for a little bit. A little bit meaning just about a couple weeks. And I think the thing has just been that I've just been really busy. Up to previous weeks, I just had a bunch of like review stuff and like whatever to do. And then this week, I've just been really busy prepping for a big deadline of mine. And so that's pretty much taken all of my time. I've pretty much just been working day in, day out. And I've just been trying to, get my shit together for this deadline, and that's just, that's just where all my time went. And so, so I'm pretty excited to build this today. This is actually in the way I was telling my friend who owns this board. I was just telling him, hey, kind of doing this to de-stress as well, and so I'm just kind of take it easy. But this build is so exciting because for those who don't know, this keyboard, it comes with this nice yellow foam here. This is an old keyboard designed by LifeZone, or LZ. And this keyboard commands a pretty hefty price in the aftermarket. And more importantly, it was run in a very, very small group by a long time ago. It's called the LZ Reborn Edition, or LZRE. And it's a design that's been pretty well known among current custom enthusiasts. And as you can see, it has switch top opening available. And yeah, And comes in gray. I believe there's also pink. I think those are the two colors that mainly came in, and wind key and wind keyless, I believe. So yeah, this is a old Korean custom called the LZRE. So it uses a good old USB mini port in the regular B87 position on the right side here, and it used to first use the 887 PCB that was programmable using, I think, the Icon controller program on Windows, but I believe we today have a trick PCB from Team Redline. So this is what the board actually looks like. This side profile should be kind of recognizable. You've probably seen this side profile, this specific design of the side profile in other places. A lot of current custom keyboards have their designs inspired from this side profile. And so yeah, and so what's interesting is that there is this kind of little bar, this circular bar. And the circular bar, interestingly enough, a lot of people have the misconception that it's a circular bar that extends through the entire keyboard, but that is not the case. It's a small circular bar that's kind of like just like here. And in this one, I think this one's built. I think this one's the one made out of plastic, so you can, if you were to shine an LED through it, you would probably be able to see some light there. There's also like like an aluminum one that you could probably put in there as well. We can open it up and check it out though. We'll have to definitely open it up to check out the plate. So yeah. How much did this one cost? I don't know, but it definitely commands somewhere in the 4-figure digits out there. As to what the price is, I actually don't know. That's something that owners of it might know better, but I'm not privy to that information, so it's best to just say that it's probably a few $1,000s in the aftermarket, but that's what the collectors will pay for it, at least in the current day and age. Just mainly due to how old it is, and historic value, and cool design, all that stuff. So here we are. Okay, Kim, hi. So let's open up the case first. So the bottom here, as you can see, has this grilled sort of design. The the bump-ons are pretty yellowed. And we have good old Phillips screws, which is quite typical of a lot of LZ boards, funnily enough. So we have some Phillips screws here. I think these look like M3s. Yeah, I think so. You gotta show people the switch top opening feature. Oh, for sure, I can definitely show that. We can test that, and I'll show it in just a minute. Diego, are you purchasing a TGR Lena or Lena? Probably not. It's a bit expensive. It's a layout that I don't think I would see myself using as much. It's a nice vanity purchase if you like the design. I do like the design actually quite a lot. I really like the bottom of the Lena, but it's a bit expensive, and it's not money that I'm currently looking to spend. So no, I would not be getting a new board. Does this board have a weight? I believe not. It's pretty light. I believe most of the weight of this board comes from just the aluminum case. So SE was like 320 or something in 2013. There's probably a bit more retail. Yeah. I don't know how much retail would have been, but I would imagine, yeah, in the $300 to $400 plus shipping, I assume. So yeah, and yeah, this is a pretty old board now. I don't know how old, but it's pretty old. It's a top mount board. It uses asymmetrical mounting points here, as you can see. Kind of more like oriented towards the 6.25U spacebar kind of build here. But we are going to be building it in wind keyless, which is 7U. And so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mounting points at the top and 5 mounting points at the bottom. They're not symmetrically across from each other. So that's that. We have just a piece of foam here. This is just yellow spongy foam. That is just sitting in the case, and I can show you what the bottom of the board looks like. So the bottom is just kind of completely flat. It just has this divot here for the USB mini B opening here, right? And so if you actually undo this, right? It just has the same screws, right? And this basically is just an insert, like so. So it just uses these little inserts that are inside of, like, hollowed out here in the case, right? So you can kind of see that it goes down, goes all the way down to the point, and then it has an opening here, and that's for the screw, right? So it's just a little cylinder. So just a cylinder that goes in and gets attached at that particular point. So it's just about as simple as that. Now have to make sure that the cylinder lines up properly when I put it back. That should be the first one. Average length inserts, I bet they have personality. Any play file avail? Yeah, I don't think so. I guess someone could reverse engineer it at some point and make a play file for it, which wouldn't be difficult actually. It just requires just calipers and a little bit of patience. Okay. Diego, are you entering for Lena? No, I don't think so. I'm not quite interested in entering right now. Okay, slightly screw those in, and now the inserts are just back into place where they're supposed to be. So that's that. Okay, so let's get the plate now. That's the next thing we should do. And the next thing we should do after that is actually need to test the PCB. So let's get the plate. I did not test the PCB, as I said. I've just been busy, so I really didn't prep anything for the stream. I'm just here like saying like, oh, I'm gonna build something for fun, and this was what was next, and I was like, okay, that sounds great to me. What's the build for your Toma? On my Toma, I have just MX Blacks, I think, Lube with 3204, 62 gram, and switch films, like TX films. And the plate is integrated, so it's just integrated the wooden plate that is part of the top piece. But it should be just MX Blacks on that one, I think. Oh, Mr. Weagle, do you have an RE? No, I think you have an FE, right? I think that's right. So there's a few popular boards from that era. The RE here is a Reborn edition. The SE is the special edition, I think it's called. I think it's special, right? I think it's special edition. And then the FE is the Finale edition. Funnily enough, it seems to allude that there would be the last designs, but that was not quite the case. Since, well, the CLS came out afterwards. So let's. Oh yeah, didn't CBA want to see the switch top opening feature? So the switch top opening feature is pretty cool. guess it doesn't matter what switch I use. I just need to make sure it has the regular cherry style openings. But what switch top opening does is just has these extra spaces here on the side so that you can actually remove the switch top. And the way you do it once this is soldered is you need a switch top opening tool, which I should have around here somewhere. Right here. So the switch top opening tool, right? So the plate just sits like this. Imagine this is soldered already, right? So if you can imagine this is already soldered up, right? The idea is that you can open the top using tools by simply, so they have these bent tools like this that, basically this has a hole. I mean, it basically has these protruding portions here that fit right in the top housing portion right there, right? So right there, right? And because you have the sides opened up, you are able to push the top housing slightly to the sides when you use the tool, and the switch top can come off. So, in this case, you just put it like that, and then you would just compress like this, and voila, the switch top comes right off. And so you can basically do that while the switches are soldered. So just the top housing comes off, and you can do whatever you want, and then you decide to close it up, so you can just put your top housings back in place. So, but yeah, that's the gist of it. But this is, yeah, it might, I don't know, maybe it's a B-Sound X. It's just random switches that I have I literally have a baggie of random switches. So yeah. But yeah, that's how switch top opening openable plates used to work. Pretty much variations of this switch top opening design kind of came about, pretty popular between, I would say, up until like 2000, maybe like 16 or 17, they still existed. And then people started opting for fixed layouts or just for the stability of having not switch top opening plates, and decided to just put the regular 14 by 14 millimeter square for MX key switches, right? But yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. So that's the plate. I'm gonna put this away just so it doesn't rattle around here. Okay. What year is it? Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so the next thing I should probably do is test our PCB. This PCB, let's see. Okay, we have SMD components, that's good. So I don't have to do resistors or diodes, but interestingly enough, this has the holes for diodes. This is an old Team Redline Trick TKL PCB. It has, as you can see, ANSI compatibility and ALPS and MX footprint as well. And yeah, you can see there's also holes for the diodes if you were to use through-hole diodes, but in this case we already have some SMD diodes here. Oh, Patty's crew. Hello, Patty. Hi. Hi. How are you? No shot. You're actually using that? I mean, I am. I am. If it seems like a joke to you. My condolences. It's okay. It's no biggie. Hi, Raiders. Oh, Patty, thanks for the 34. Thank you. Okay. Also, congrats on your what was that? Tiers the sub tier thingy. Congrats! I saw that you guys hit the benchmark, whatever that was. That's big pog. The storm was just getting good and my phone started updating. Storm? Oh, is it storming where you are located right now? Avo? Okay, looks like the PCB is working, so that's good. I'm just gonna go through it. But I don't think I'll have issues here. Scroll lock. Thunder snow. It's going crazy with hail. Oh, what the? It was pouring earlier here, but it was not hailing or snowing. It was not really a thunderstorm. It was just raining a lot. Patty is rich. Okay, rich now. Yeah, for real though. Get that bigger cut. Get that dough. Let's go, Patty. That's awesome. If he's sleeping, don't worry. What's he up to? Oh, he's not here. Where is he? Oh, I think he's in the bedroom. Yeah, I'll refund you your points in a bit. If he comes out, I'll bring Kiwi over. But I think he's currently just chilling. Suo TX software? No, this is just switch hitter. I actually don't know what this is programmed with. I don't know if it's PS2 AVRGB, which is boot mapper client, or if it's like Icon or something like that. Okay, alright, that's fine. Cool, so PCB's all good. Such an expensive board and it isn't even hot swap? Yeah, no. No hot swap. Let's see what chip this uses. STM32 F103. Oh, cool, STM32 chip. Little history tidbit, but Team Redline was once banned on Keycaps because of ongoing, basically a scam, basically like problems with fulfillment, quality issues, and all sorts of problems. And Team Redline was consisting of 4 members here: LZ, Nefo, Redzin, and Jackass. And yeah, at some point they got banned from Keycaps for treading on wrong waters, basically. So. But LZ eventually got unbanned because he was running other designs and he didn't really have any fault in particular. And you know, he's been running GBs since the CLS again, so yeah. Why did Danji Wanji? I don't know why he got. If he got banned, I don't know. I don't really know the history of like every user out there, but yeah. I only know Team Redline because it's like they're basically people who are actually selling products. Dan shit posted a lot. Sounds like a lot of people who got banned back then too, though. It's like Ripster also shit posted. Basically, it was the equivalent of the shit post back then. So Ripster was also a troll, right? Which also got him banned many times. Not to mention he actually did shitty things to people sometimes, but so it goes. Fighting with the mods, yeah. Yeah, back in the day. WebWid was also banned. There you go. pretty much anyone who was not in that original. I mean, well, some people were in the original Keycap community and then decided to kind of do their offshoots, which is kind of why we have things like Reddit like the subreddit, which Ripster55 created, and then Webwit. Well, he owned Distorty for quite a while until he sold it. So there's that. Do you get new glasses? I got new glasses. Yeah, I got them like a while back though. Well, it's been like, has it been like a month or two? Yeah, it's been a little bit though. Yeah. Looks good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Typing on the K-Mac with glorious pandas. Oh, true. Mr. Keyboard, Scott did rebuild the old K-Mac. That's true. Alrighty. Let's see here. Alright, let's do stabs. So, owner of this board basically told me something funny, peculiar, that he had a very difficult time. They had a very difficult time tuning stabs for this board. And they don't know why. They just said that no matter what happened, it was at some point ticking, like a ticking spacebar, wherever it is. So in a way, as a sanity check, it was sent to me to build. Not to mention because I wanted to check it out myself in person, because I was like, oh, it would be cool to see, and also to show. And so it was sent to me. So we're gonna see how it goes. Hopefully we don't have issues. Normally haven't had many issues these days with stabs, but sometimes it just happens. So we'll see. Read in the comments that Clears and Danjuench's board had corroded leaves. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Maybe got some water damage from like a spill, something, or just humidity even over time. Maybe, I don't know. 1 more month for 2 years. Oh, Dr. Killswitch, hello. Thank you so much for the 23. I need to find a K-Mac 7U plate. Oh, Poker, what K-Mac do you have? I didn't know you had a K-Mac. Or if I did, I probably forgot. Are there play files out there? Maybe? K-Mac 2 and the pad? Oh, cool. That's nice. I thought K-Mac 2 comes in WinKey, right? With the extra blockers. Would you prefer to build that with WinKey instead? Are you getting in on the F1 8X V2 GB tomorrow? Probably not. I really have been avoiding entering a lot of keyword related buys these days. The last one that I got in was the Daji Seisero, which I haven't yet built, but I probably will at some point. But yeah, I haven't really entered any keyword buys in the past while now. If I get another OG palm set, oh okay. Oh, I see. It got nuked by the bot. Original polymethylene. At a certain point, you gotta say, okay, I can't join everything I want. Yeah, that's pretty much how it is for me. For me, it's also like I have a lot of boards. There's not enough space. As it is, I'm being told actively to get rid of boards, which it's probably true and probably should. That said, it's not like it's easy to get rid of boards these days anyway. And also, there's a lot of boards I just don't want to get rid of, so I keep them around and I also rotate through them. It's not a problem, but that also means I fortunately just avoid entering anything else, which is kind of nice. Stinga 60? When is that happening though? Surely don't know. Actually, yeah, if The Lily is something that I'm looking forward to. The Gawk Lily, Lilium. Those are pretty exciting designs that I'm pretty excited to see. So hopefully check that out. That's something I was definitely interested in when I looked at the interest checks. Dude saving for a ring? Would you enter GB for anything? I probably would. If I like the design enough, I probably would. I mean, I don't know about you, but I do prefer entering group buys instead of getting, if I can just get the group buy unit and not worry about the whole delivery process, like as in like, not worry about having to get extras or having to get it afterwards, I would rather just do it early and get it over with. I actually don't really care about, like, I feel like the saving money part from getting it after, like, let's say you saved $40, $50. I think it's not worth the headache of waiting, going through it later. Nice icon mods. You got me there. Custom. Thanks. It's the unfortunate choice of being Suar1. The colors are so good though on the set. Boy. Wait for the next hobby boom and sell at peak. Whenever that happens, I don't think. Do I even know if I'll be around by then? Am I even gonna be in the hobby by then? Maybe I'll make a comeback then. Be like, hello guys. Opening up my garage or a storage unit for the first time in 10 years. Got some little old goodies. Want to sell. And by then, Reddit will live in some, you know, I'll be opening Reddit on whatever new model of like the Vision Pro type of kind of thing. It'll be some fucking virtual screen on the, you know, in the air and whatever. And I'll probably be able to talk to Kiwi like with. Oh wait, by then, you know, Kiwi won't be. No, that makes me sad now. Kiwi will live until then, I'm sure. Kiwi will live eternally. For sure, for real. He's the best apex predator out there. Surely. Did Reddit file to go public? I did see some people post about them trying to have people buy shares, right? Yeah, I think we saw something about that. Another pandemic and boom? I don't know though. Keyboards? I don't know if that kind of thing will ever happen again. Pandemic or not, keyboards are. I don't know. I don't think we'll ever see that, to be honest. I personally don't really think so, but you know, who knows. Yeah, the IPO filing. Yep. I did see that. I saw a few posts, but didn't really read through much of it. Okay, let's lube these stuffs. Sounds like it's time for another charity stream with giveaways. Honestly, I probably should do more giveaways. There are things that I probably should get rid of / give to people who can use it. But I probably do it when I have a few things like around to just do it all at once. 90.8 million losses for Reddit. Dang. Yeah, Reddit had its peak for sure, and it's definitely changed. Give Drew some stavies. Only by surprise, perchance. Hopefully by then he will know to accept it. If they ban porn, they'll for sure lose everything. That probably does fill a lot of traffic, yeah. I mean, internet. Open internet things. That's the reality. It does cover a huge part of the internet. From like hosting all the way to like communities being centered on it. Tumblr 2.0? Yeah. Although, I heard that some people went back to Tumblr as of the past year or two. Look at what they did to Tumblr SMH my head. Yeah, my partner talks about the demise of Tumblr. She was on Tumblr since like I don't even know when. Long time ago. Diego, what would you go with for a number 2 decal revision 2 between 3 switches? GAT CJ, MX Blacks, or Oil Kings? I know the right answer is Blacks. Probably would try that. But if you are keen, I think between Oil Kings and CJs, I might prefer Oil Kings better. I don't remember having an experience with CJs that was like poignantly positive, where I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy more of these to build more keyboards with CJs. That said, I've only tried them maybe like 4 times total in builds, which is not that much, and so it might just be that. But I think Oil Kings I've had good experience with. MX Blacks, I mean, of course you can see that it's basically my favorite switch for MX linears, so yeah. SKCL greens? I mean, Alp linears, completely different beast and feel and sound, and literally pretty much just a whole different category. Can't even compare MX linears to Alps, I think. None of the above. Yeah. Yeah, the CJs are smooth, but I also, yeah, you're right. The factory lube was not good on it. I think Oil Kings had a better experience with the factory lube, and even the Oil Kings were not quite amazing in that regard either. Like, they had quite a bit of lube, and it was not quite consistent in a batch. So even Oil Kings, I would end up opening up. So I would imagine the GAT CJs pretty much go through the same. Brown's too tactile for me. Oh, SKCM, yeah. SKCM Brown, definitely too tactile for me too. Personally, don't love them. Prefer orange over brown. SKCM green, so nice. I do think I've tried SKCM greens, and I do think I like browns more than greens. That's for sure. Between those two, yeah, I think brown's better than greens. Oh, you can you hear him? Someone wants something. Hi. Okay. Hi. I thought that was a monkey. Yeah, he doesn't really meow. He like squeaks, I guess. Kiwi desires your love and attention. No, that's not love and attention. Attention, sure. But attention is not enough for him to do anything. Or for him to rather be satisfied from that particular state of being. Serial yapper. Oh, I think he's gonna go Kiwi, you should go hang out. Go hang out. Bye. He's gonna go hang out with a neighbor's cat. We're like cat sitting a neighbor's cat, and sometimes he'll come with and go and hang out and just chill out there. Diego, what caps are going on this? I don't know. I have a few options. We can talk about it when we get there, but I guess we can just briefly talk about it now. I have some OG double shots. I think they are like double shots that are like kind of like NCR grayish. That could be good for the gray of this board because it's kind of like a warm tone gray. They have a little bit of yellowing, so that kind of helps. It could do that, or it could do like, could also do like, you know, a bunch of GMK sets. Like there's a bunch that I have, so we can choose one of those. Could do Dolch. Dolch R5 is pretty much like OG Dolch because I modeled it after OG Dolch, so we could do like OG Dolch / Dolch R5. Yeah, that's an option too. That's his meow, yeah. And he's gone. So unfortunately you won't get to see him tonight because he's gone to play with the neighbor. Go blue alert? We could. We did that last time too. I do have it over there though, so we could do a blue alert as well. If that's what people really want. We have a lot of options. I'm happy to go with whichever. Not tried the tactile greens. They're alright, Pogard, like they're okay. Honestly, they're right. I don't think they deserve the price that they command, but that's mostly for collectability purposes. So SKCM greens are mostly expensive for collecting reasons, but for the Switch itself, I would rather just go with orange or brown. Oh, I also kind of put a random playlist from one of my friends, just because I was listening to it. But if you guys like have any music suggestions, I'm happy to put something else on. Or if you want something else, a genre, so to speak. Of course, nothing too loud or boppy would be okay. Sure got kind of quiet here. Kind of focused here, just trying to do these tabs though. Don't have much to say. I've just been busy with work lately, so there's not much of anything else going on in my mind. Honestly, been too tired to really do anything else. Do you have any funny stories from when you first started in keyboards? I thought you had to loop the outside of stable. Yeah, I mean, funny stories. Like I've made mistakes, like silly mistakes. Like I've built keyboards with no stabs. I just started soldering and did shit and realized that I hadn't put all my stabs in, or no stabs at all. There was this one time that happened. What else? I've had like, let me think. Soldering related. No, not quite. Not many accidents per se. I'm trying to think. Funny stories from when I started. I still remember that the kind of like the reason why I got started into doing builds for other people was because I had a friend of mine in at the time I was living in the DC area when I first started in keyboards, and I was just kind of interested in my own stuff, and like, you know, I had gotten introduced from a friend by a friend to go to this meetup. I went, it was great. I met some people there, but you know, we would occasionally chat, right? Like these were like relative strangers, right? So, but then, you know, I started building my own boards, and then sometime, I think, like, you know, maybe like a few months after, one of the people that I met through the meetup kind of like contacted me and was like, hey, like, I actually can't really solder and stuff, so like, would you be like willing to like build this for me? I know that you are kind of new to the hobby and whatever, but just, you know, you're close by, and so can you build this for me? And my first custom build that I did for somebody else was a Duck Viper V2. And that time, funnily enough, that friend actually came over to my place, because this was pre-streaming, pre-whatever, right? Came over to my place, brought the kit over, brought the parts, and we were just there like starting from scratch, like straight up. Like, I brought the switches, like, back then we built that one with what did we build it with? We built it with Cherry MX Silence, but like, you know, like Silent MX Red stems in like, you know, like in the Zelio housings, right? Back then, it was because it was popular. Like, that was like the first, and this was before like Krellbit had come up with the idea of MX Silence. This was way before that. Okay, this was months, not even like half a year before. I don't even know. This was like very, very early, and this was like, these were Silent MX Reds that he had gotten from a friend who had harvested them from a board that he bought from Best Buy, I think, because he bought it from Best Buy. They don't like it, I guess, and you know, they're that's where you had to get your Silent MX switches. So he harvested them, he desoldered them out, and you know, gave them to my buddy, and he was like, well, I want something silent, and cherry housings are kind of scratchy, and I don't really like them, and I also kind of want, you know, he was like into the idea of like trying out the RGB thing with the duck, right? Because back then the duck keyboards were pretty popular for the RGB and whatnot, especially Viper V2. And so, I'm sorry, it was an Eagle V2, my bad, not a Viper, an Eagle V2. And with the Eagle V2, and he decided to, you know, bring his Zelio switches as well, and we assembled the switches right there, and then we hung out for like 7 hours building that thing, you know. Just like, he just came over, like, you know, maybe like after lunch, and we just like hung out most of the day, just chilling, you know, opening up all the switches. He like, back then, he like took some pictures of me like opening up the switches and lubing them, like with just like a cheap brush I had on my desk. And yeah, that was so long ago. I think those were also lubed with one of those mixture lubes, like the kind of like the Keycaps thin type. So it was like a mix of like 200 grade with 100 grade oil Krytox. And so yeah, that was the story of the old first build. It was an Eagle V2. I remember we slapped white on black on it, of course. We put some wob on it. And oh, back then LZ Black Modi, which was a pretty, it was, even then it was kind of hard to get little icon, I mean not icon kit, modifier kit, and we put some black Modi on that. And that was my first custom build that I did, and my friend really liked it. So he happened to be also like a photographer. I mean, he happens to be like a photographer, someone who like just does that kind of stuff and really like to post stuff. And so he like posted it to Reddit, and that's kind of like how it kind of started. And like I had some people in the area contact me, being like, "Hey, like, can you build this board for me? Can you build this board for like it's a gift for my girlfriend or whatever?" And that's kind of how like I started building boards for people. Back then I used to do it for free though. I really had a lot of fun building stuff, like just tinkering around with that stuff, and so I just did it for free. You know, just on my free time. Back then, you know, I was working, so you know I had free weekends or whatever, evenings after work, so I would just do that. So yeah, that was kind of how it started. And yeah, now I've built like a lot. Actually, the other day I was doing my taxes, because it's tax season, and I was just like getting my stuff ready for taxes, and I was looking at how many, like, because I have itemized lists of stuff, right? So I was like itemizing all this stuff, and I was pretty surprised. I built quite a lot of boards in like the past year, more than I thought. I actually, because funnily enough, the relative work I did this past year, like in 2023, is smaller than 2022. So I thought it would be a big chunk less, but yeah, I was kind of surprised to see that it was like several hundred, like including stuff that I did outside of stream and whatnot. But yeah, it's kind of weird how that goes. Back in 2017, I maybe built like 10 keyboards total, maybe 20. And now it's like pumping out a few a week. Alright, let's test out these stabs first. I haven't even touched 20 keyboards. Mr. Kupo, you just need to go to meetups and you'll touch like a lot more. You need to show up. You need to show up. Show up, Mr. Kupo. Show up. Mr. Kupo is the Buster Blader of Texas, I heard. Cap GPT. Are those actual Nixdorf Nixies? Yeah, these are actual Nixdorf Nixies. You can compare them to the other ones if you want. But I mean, you can actually tell right away that they are kind of slightly yellowed and kind of like more a bit clearer. Rich, don't tell me Rich. The person who sent them is rich. I'm the devil in your wires. It's okay. I hate wire management. Actually, that's one thing I really hate about anything like technical, electronics related or whatever. Wire management, dude. I fucking hate that shit. I can spend 2, 3, 4 hours just pretending to manage my wires. Garbage. I suck at that shit and I hate it. Velcro feel like, oh, I just need Velcro ties and like organization, like, you know, thingies to like, you know, tie everything together, put them through like a fucking tunnel or whatever, and you'll all be in one place, bunched up, hidden from sight. But it doesn't really work out for me for whatever reason. So I hate it. By the way, my guess on the stab tick the owner mentioned is from some form of plate interference. That was my guess too. That was literally the first thing I thought. It's gotta be some form of plate interference. Maybe it's the stab. But right now, the stabs match up the orientation of the plate, for the plate, So I'm hoping that we don't have that issue. So I'm gonna put a few more switches and I'm gonna try out the steps first. You can just bunch everything up and hide behind a door or something. I mean, yeah. Yo, Kupo, show up to Key. Are you gonna pull up to KeyCon, Kupo? It's not even that far for you, right? Just show up, dude. Pull up. It is time. It's in Utah, dude. Okay, people who are complaining that KeyCon is in Utah is the it's the stupidest shit. Okay, first of all, why does it even matter? Okay, you go on a weekend. Okay, you go on fucking Friday. Okay, you're gonna take time off on Friday or whatever. Take a plane, take a bus, car, whatever. You fucking drive to Utah, right? Or what? You know, you get your ass to Utah. Takes you like what? 5, 6 hours, 10 hours, I don't fucking care, right? You arrive in the middle of the day, okay, or maybe at night. At most, what are you gonna do? Check into the place that you're going to stay, eat something, hit up some people that you know, hopefully, to say, hey, I'm here, let's hang out. You're gonna go hang out with them, which is probably gonna be an Airbnb, a hotel, a bar, whatever it is. You need to find a bar? Sure, maybe there's 10 bars instead of 100 bars in Salt Lake City. Okay, that's fine. Go to one place, decide on one spot. Okay, maybe there's no bars because they can't fucking drink, right? Okay, fine. No bar. Go outside, okay? Touch some grass, alright? And you go there, and you sit down, and you hang out with a bunch of keyboard nerds for a bit, right? And then what? Nighttime. Oh, okay, gotta go to sleep. Next day, Saturday comes in, right? This is Saturday, what? April 27, whatever the day is, and KeyCon starts in the morning. You go to some panels, you check out the boards, you check out the artisans, whatever. You take a bunch of pictures, you know, shoot the shit with your homies, with the new homies that you meet there, and you get to know. And then what? After party, you go to dinner. Day's over, basically, right? You go to someone's Airbnb, whatever. Everyone's hanging out, or you know, whatever it is, right? And then the day's over. And then Sunday comes around, you eat brunch, and you get the fuck out of Utah, and that's it. Trip is over. Literally doesn't matter whether it's Utah or not. You could be doing this in Texas, you could be doing this in New York, you could be doing this in Paris. It doesn't matter. You're just gonna spend a weekend, probably in some enclosed indoor space with a bunch of people, hanging out. Time's gonna fly because it's gonna be fun, and that's it. Yeah, you might be able to drink a little more and a little bit later. Sure. I don't think that'll be a problem, though. Wherever people are gathering up, people will have drinks. They'll bring them with them or whatever. Especially if they're driving, they can just fucking drive it in. What stabs do you go with? I'm using TX today. Let's try these first, and if this doesn't work, then maybe try cherry, and so on. Gotta try. Yeah, Marcia is in Utah, yeah. I think Hoffy is in Utah. So you can go to Utah, you can go to KeyCon and say grats Hoffy to Hoffy in person. That he will win whatever. If there's a KWK raffle that day, you can tell him in person, congrats Hoffy. How enticing is that? Anyway, what I'm saying is SLC is probably not that bad. Actually, I did stop at the SLC airport for like a short, I think it was a layover. One time there's a Lego store inside the airport. That was pretty cool. But I haven't actually visited Salt Lake City, so I actually don't know anything about the city. Actually, gotta be careful driving it in. If you hit a checkpoint, they gotta throw your ass in their slammer and preach to ya. Oh boy, I see. Maybe, yeah, maybe that's right. You gotta be careful. think the backspace is fine. Might want to put a little lube on the right side. Mexican food in SLC is good. I would imagine a lot of states out south and west have great Mexican food in general. So I'm not too worried about that one. That's for sure. Is it Mike from Utah? NK Mike? No, I thought he's in, wasn't he in West Virginia? Where Novel Keys is based? I mean, is he from Utah though? Like, grew up there? I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know. Neflock, who is one of the designers that works with, Novel Keys. He did Metropolis and some other sets. Kaiju. He is in Utah, yeah. Okay, I think this is fine. You said this is so the A87 and B87 thing is kind of confusing. So A and B refer to the... Okay, where's that win keyless link that... Drew, do you have that link handy? So there is a PCB that's named A87. Oh. Only if you want... Hold on. One sec. B. Yeah, so A87 is right side USB, but the footprint that we use, yeah, the original A87 is larger than the B87. So a lot of our boards that we use, like the Heine PCB, for example, right, uses the B87 footprint, but the A87 USB position, right? I think that's right. So we're using the smaller PCB outline with the right-sided USB. See if there is interference though. I don't see any interference on the plate. So the step on the left side sounds fine. Okay. What prompted the change from the original A87 to a smaller body? Probably keyboard designs themselves. Smaller PCB also means less interference with the case, so you can probably reduce parts for the bezel and whatnot too. because the PCB does kind of sink it a little bit into the case, right? So you probably have to consider that. There are some, I recall, what board was it? I remember having a few boards that I built that the PCB was like rubbing on the side of the case, like on the interior part, because it was like too thick, basically, too fat. The PCB itself. So obviously the case had a problem with dimensions in there, but yeah. This was a long time ago. I don't know what it was though. Alright, the stabs seem fine right now, but the question is whether they will stand the test of time, so we will see. And yeah, there's that too, like if you have like screws going, like, you know, if you have certain bolts going, like, you know how like some PCBs have like holes like on the sides, on the perimeter? That's also because like they need to provide space for other things to pass through, like bolts and things like that for the case. These switches are definitely old. Like the plastic nubs are like worn out a little, so they go in super easily to the plate. Are those Nixies? Yes, they are. Oh, I think these are... No, these are still old ones, right? Yeah. Housing just looks a little... How many milk? Oh, Mason, hi. How's it going? Do the switches move around in the plate a lot? That's a good question. They do have a little bit of wobble, but I would say I might want to wait until after they're soldered to check. I do think maybe this is also partly due to the switch is not being like actually bolted down, like soldered to the case. I mean to the PCB, my bad. So I might wait until that, but I mean it does wobble slightly. The housings are a bit looser. I mean like more open, so yeah. And it doesn't feel like very tight on the switch itself. So maybe. Maybe there is a little, but it doesn't seem anything drastic. Yeah, worn out nubs is kind of partly what it is too. Like I do think these switches have been soldered and desoldered a few times and unclipped and reclipped to the plates, plural, a good number of times too. Am I missing a switch? Oh no, I should have just enough. Okay, cool. Evening, Diego. Hope you're having a smooth start to the week. I have to say it's been kind of rough, but it's going. It's going. I've just been on a work crunch the past week or so. It's going though. It's going all right. Could be contributing to a tick. Maybe. We'll see. That's actually something that I'd be intrigued to see. Could be. It's kind of like the feeling of like unfilmed cherry switches sometimes. It's just the housing wobbling and that sound that you hear from that. Kind of sounds like a ticking. Alright. I'll move this over to here. Who's this? It's Lamp? Oh, what's up, Lamp? How's it going? How are you? Is it Avo who made you say this, or did you actually inspire this raid message? This Def Apple? Yeah, I thought so. Wob on silver is not that attractive. It's kind of okay, but it's not that attractive, in my opinion. Just saying. Okay, did my mic go off for a second? Okay, it's back. Sorry, my mic was weird as like acting up for a second there. Or I couldn't hear myself either, so that was weird. .2.0 build is done. Lamb the goat. Ooh, Bassett, what's good? Do you get your 2.0 build? That's nice. Okay. Mictlan on silver? Still not that good. IMO. Vintage browns? Pretty nice. Sounds like cherry switches on alu top mounted. So like a physical input device called a keyboard. I got a bonus at work, so I'm going in on that F18X V2. Ooh, congrats on the bonus. Like a good classic keyboard, truthfully. For real. On God. Okay, let's get soldering. Diego, hearing you use Zoomer speak is throwing me off. I mean, they should throw you off. I rarely use it. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's Kiwi. He looks content. I'll be in New York Friday or Sunday. Oh, lamps! You come here at such a busy time for me. But I guess if I'm not sure if you can hear that. Oh, the filter is on. That's why. Hold on. Kiwi, say something. Oh, okay. I'll let him. I'll let him. Oh, there you go. What does he want? Man, these pads taking so much solder because it's such a large diameter pad for these guys. Not a huge fan. Dude, the Matrix PCB took me like an hour and a half to desolder. Not to mention the solder smell bad. Fumes were not yummy. Just use a fan, like a regular fan. So at least you don't have to like breathe it in. I just wore an N95. Oh, okay, that's fair. Okay, I really don't want to feed these joints so much solder, but like they take up quite a bit because we have these large diameter pads here. Oh, if you hear that noise, that's Kiwi's little fish toy thingy that he plays with. Did I miss something? What iron am I using? I'm using an FX888 Hako. I've been using this for quite a while now. I think I've been using this for like when did I buy this? Did I buy this in 2017? No, 2016, I think. So yeah, I've been using this for quite a bit. 8 years now. Wow. Of course, I replaced a few of the. Replace a stock tip for a chisel tip, but then yeah, I've been using this iron for a minute. Did I miss something? Oh my gosh, Kiwi's going crazy. If you hear that, he's like playing with his toys and stuff. I might pick one up. The JBC I got broke? What? For real? That sucks. How did it break? I can't imagine these tools breaking so easily. Earth fuse blown? Oh wow. The hell? Is your like home circuitry just like Going crazy. What on earth would even blow the fuse? Oh, this did not go in. That's crazy. But yeah, you could just replace the fuse. At least, you know, try that first, right? But that's crazy. That's crazy to hear. Such a fancy tool. And to hear it break is a little weird. Sometimes it do be like that. The fancier the tool, the more finicky it gets. Sometimes for some things. So like somewhere right in the middle is good enough. My pine's still so shoddy. Need to find a proper power supply. I mean, what are you using for a power supply? Is it just like one of those USB batteries? 'Cause if it is, that's probably why. I have a question for you, Drew. You say hear me out, but how many of the tips that you give out when you say hear me out, do this, do you follow yourself? Just out of genuine curiosity. You do? Oh, okay. So do you do this same thing? Do you also buy this AliExpress Hako clone? T12? Yes? I would? No. Not I would. Did you? Did you? I will? Sounds like an empty promise to me. When is the question. When? I will is very different. I will could be in a million years. And you will never do it. It's pretty much a hypothetical I will. I know, man. You're just trying to play with semantics here. Don't work that way. This is exactly why. I often get curious. I'm like, this guy is dishing out all these tips, but... no pun intended. But how many of them does he actually follow himself? Thrash and Tony, hello. Hola, hola. If you had to man and they're gaslighting as per usual. Nothing matters until we see I did. But just the tips? Oh man. Hang out with Drew enough and you'll realize what you're fortunately not missing out on at the time. Okay, these current solder joints for me look like garbage because I'm just feeding it enough solder that it forms the full circular joint, but it's not. I'm not filling it to the point of forming that little pyramidal or conical cusp, rather, because shit's taking so much solder in, and it's still feeding. It's like, how much solder do I even have to give this to form that? And the answer seems to be a lot, because these holes are huge relative to the pin size and the amount of copper for the solder to hold on to isn't even much. It's one of those. So all the solder is like kind of staying in the middle of the hole, but not coming up to the surface. Alright, it's good enough at least to form the joints. Can you clean your tip on stream live 1080p 60 frames per second, Mr. Streamer? Alright, let's test the PCB. Did it plug in? There. Oh, page down, didn't register. Oh, maybe I forgot a joint there. Might be. I just need a reflow though. Also, Lamb asked if my favorite group is Red Velvet. I would say no. I mean, I actually don't even think I currently have a favorite group. So yeah. I'll reflow this first. Got a little bit of solder. Might actually be the switch itself though. That's entirely possible. Yeah, I think it's the switch. I think the switch isn't working. Okay. I think it's the switch. Will you join the fight against K-pop, Diego? Why would I be against K-pop again? I don't think I would be against K-pop. I'm not really against it. I don't mind K-pop. I like K-pop. I'm not much into K-pop. I wouldn't say I'm much into K-pop. I like K-pop. I enjoy K-pop. I listen to it. I know some groups will like the songs if they're good, but do I like know everything about them? Nope. Let me get maybe a switch housing here. I think it might just be the leaf. So give me 1 sec. Okay, I'm just gonna transfer these parts into this other bottom housing. Just a regular plate mount MX block housing. Might be the leaf, so. And then solder that. Okay. There, oh, there we go. But it's kind of finicky, huh? You see that? It's like having a hard time there. Is this housing bad too? It's weird. I'll worry about it later, you know? I think it's just the page down key. Actually, let me see. I should have some other housings here. Standard trick PCB things? Could be. Although, upon first testing, it was okay. It could be. Yeah, well, some of these old PCBs are pretty jank. Pretty jank. Dial looks fine. There's a good reason I rebuilt my LZ with Heine PCB. Yeah, I also rebuilt my Koala with Heine PCB for pretty good reason. Oh, I see now. Hold on, I'm gonna find a different housing here entirely. I think this batch is just not good. Oh, that looks good. Alright. This should work. This I just noticed, but the leaf definitely looks a bit corroded. So that's probably what it was. I could leaf swap, but honestly can't be bothered with that other Nixie bottom housing that has the. Would have to clean up all the solder and then do it. It's kind of annoying. Don't want to waste my time. How do you tune QMX stabs? Diego can't make them work way too tight. Yeah, QMX stabs. The two times I tried them. Yeah, they're pretty sluggish tight. Oh, look at this. This doesn't work either. This maybe you're right. Maybe it is just the diode or something. Maybe I need to replace the diode here. Oh, it like actuated there for a second. Yeah, it's like actuating and then not actuating. You see that? Oh well. I'm gonna leave it alone. Troubleshoot it on my own time. It's just a page down key, but not a big deal for now. All those years of R&D and they suck. Yeah, the QMX stabs were pretty finicky. Really need to. You can tune them and they're tunable, but you need to really use a sparing amount of 205. and really just need to unfortunately, I have a feeling like QMX stabs, you could be better at tuning them when you have some sacrificial stabs that you can try messing around with, mess up a few, try it again, and then get it right. But that was my main experience as to why I ended up not using them more permanently, was that I didn't like tuning them. It was finicky. It was ultimately just felt like too much time spent for what I could just do with literally any other stab. Stabies, D-Rock, TX, Cherry. So, yeah. Still better than Liku. Actually, my LZGH still has a TX87 Liku PCB, which has fortunately been okay. I'm a little surprised that it still is okay, but yeah, it has been okay. But I guess maybe it is a matter of time until it gives me trouble. I think maybe the TX87s were kind of okay. They did get like a few revisions and stuff. But I imagine some of the other Liku stuff, some of the older stuff like 1800, CP, full size, among others, those might be rougher at the edges. Do negative angle on an RE, no balls? What do you mean negative angle? How do I do negative angle? It's not a symmetrical. Oh, you mean because of the screws being symmetrical? I mean, I could, but that doesn't look good. Why would I do something that doesn't look good? I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about, but why would I do that? Okay. We could always do the whole LED thing here, but are there any particular keys that line up with this? With a singular LED? Kind of iffy, isn't it? Yeah, I see the scroll lock is kind of closed, but that's a lock key. Kinda don't want to try. Not for now. Honestly, if I did have an RE though, I would just commission someone to make a PCB that works perfectly well for the bottom, the little inserts, the little cylindrical inserts, right? That they just work perfectly well for it, and I would just call it a day there. And yeah, maybe get a. I mean, yeah, it'll still be USB Mini B or whatever, but it'll at least work without having to bother with anything else. Hey, how you doing? Does this have quiet keys? No, it's quite the opposite of quiet. Well, at least it's definitely not quiet in the sense that you're probably thinking. I want a customizable keyboard. There's quite a lot out there. You should do some research. But if you have any simple questions, you can ask. Seguino J. All right. I don't think I missed anything, right? Let's see. Hopefully this sounds decent. All right. Looks good with the switches though. So let's see. What do we want to put on this? I see a few. Miami Nights lamp. Nobody. Don't think so. Sawara Revival. I actually did get that set. Where is it? It's right here. I put it right here. I did get Sawara Revival right here. It already has kiwi hair on it. DCS. If you want it. I also have. Is this one? I also have this kit set, was the one I was talking about. It's also beige, but it's like the mods are not quite the same beige. They're like more, they're like warm toned, kind of like that. So there's that as well. To be period correct, it should be red alert. It should have red alert or CCNG. Ooh, CCNG. Holy, that's some old school shit. Desko? Oh, okay. We can do that. We can do Desko. We can do Desko. I can go get a set of Desko. Desko is actually also period appropriate for the time. Just some OG double shots with RGB. Desko RGB. Okay. Let me go get that. I'll be RB. Okay, I'm back with Desko. It's not the right bag, is it? Oh, I redeemed classic red. Oh, lamp, I missed it. Sorry. Are you okay with Desko? I gave you back your points from earlier, by the way, though. I'm totally fine with it. Okay, cool. If you're fine with it, then that's good. I love Desko color. This is OG double shots actually, and I guess there's some PBT. Yeah, I think these are PBT, right? These are the ones that were on those cherry terminal boards. The ones from like, I guess they're from airports, I suppose. They're a little dirty, but some of them didn't really clean up that well. But it is what it is. That's the charm of vintage. BSP PBT? Yeah, I believe the PBT caps that they used on these boards were BSP, yeah. Classy with the raid, hello. How's it going? Thanks for the raid. Is a skull the appropriate resin for the escape? Yeah, we can go with that. We can certainly go with that. What color? I don't have all the, but I mean, you can like mention a color and try to see if I have something. Ooh, I did get the RGB caps from Ozzy Keycaps, our fellow Brazilian maker. That would match with the mods. Well, the blue is a little darker because it's matched to the modern blue. Octo pink? Is this Polar's RE? Nope. I mean, otherwise he would be here saying something about it, I'm sure. Yeah, I have RGB mods on this. Kind of flatter sounding spacebar, but that's kind of more typical of these top mount boards like the Orion. So I have like the RGB, I can match it with this if you want. These are the bar keys from Mr. RGB, from Mr. Ozzy, which kind of look pretty nice, kind of simple. It's a nice simple accent. Are those row 4 mods? No, these are row 5. These are row 5. All right. Hack Orange Skull? You really? Only on escape? It's too late for that. Just give yourself back the points. Okay. Blue skull to match the alts and to summon Sifo. Let me see if I have blue of that tone. I don't. I think I do have that F2 or glow-ish. You gave yourself back the points? Okay, good. All right, here's the blue skull. Oh, actually, you know what? It's a really good fit with the lighter blue. That works. That works. All right, let's give it a try. Okay, alright. Apologies here. Just a little messy, so I'm just organizing a few things. Alright. Looks like a keyboard? Sure does. Alright, let's check it from this side here. Oop. This enters. Oh. Okay. Oh, I hope I didn't pop a wire there. Let me just check that. Oh, I did. I popped the wire. Unlucky. PBT cap momento. Ugh. Oh, okay. One's in. Okay. Phew. Done. All right. Nice. All right. A brief moment of skill issue has been. We have restored peace. All right. Phew. Yeah, it's these old BSP cabs are pretty tight. If any of you have ever had BSP blanks or BSP cabs, these fuckers are so tight because they have like they're very bent basically. So if you accidentally push it too hard on one side, you can definitely pop some wires. Yeah. All right, let's give this a shot now. All right, let me move over the mic here. I know I'm muted. I did it on purpose. I did it on purpose. It's because if I move the mic while I'm unmuted, you guys will hear like blah, 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 and then like the mic will crack and you'll hear a boom. And they'll be like, "Oh, my ears! I'm wearing headphones, bro. So inconsiderate." So yeah, that's why. Okay. All right. so we got our LZRE today, LZ Reborn edition. This is currently built with Nixies. This is kind of like Gen 1 Nixie, so to speak. These are like just old harvested from, you know, one of those boards that had it. They were cleaned, they were lubed at some point. They're cleaned. They have mystery Korean springs. They have switch films of also mystery material, probably like a PC plastic kind of material. But they're basically like kind of like semi-stock-ish, clean, you know, MX blacks basically with milky tops. And we have these OG double shots, a few PVT caps mixed in, yeah, this is a full alu plate with a 10-point mounting on it. All right, 105 on leaf, something like that. All right, here we go. Let's give it a try. All boomer build. Yep. Here we go. There it is. So at least it doesn't rattle or tick, which is a good thing. We'll see if it continues to survive that. So yeah, it kind of sounds a lot like what other older like Orion builds would sound like. The spacebar is kind of like muted a bit by the top mount screw that's like right under it. And I always found that like Orion, Mech 27, those similar boards always had this like sound where the spacebar kind of like has this like kind of like sound. And I think a lot of it was because how rigid it is there. But I think when I first got the JMV2 or like the Whale actually when I first tried it too, and I saw that the top mount or like the mounting portions were not right under the spacebar, I noticed that like sound would go away. So that was kind of interesting. But yeah, I think this is pretty characteristic of a lot of the boards from this era that had the top mount with like either symmetrical mounting points or like with the mounting points right under the spacebar. So it's pretty characteristic of what I would expect here. All right, here are the mods. Alright, there it is. So that's what this sounds like. Good old classic top mount. Definitely different from your usual kind of like JV2 style plate, right? The spacebar is a lot more rigid feeling and sounding too. And the overall feel of this particular plate is just more rigid. Like, it just feels more rigid. So kind of like if you had maybe like a harder material on one of those boards that has a bit more softness feeling to it, that's kind of like what this would feel like, if you wanted to compare. But yeah, more aggressive. So that's what it is. All right, let's show off the board itself now. Maybe I'll change the focus here. Okay, there. So you guys can see the board here. Whoops, my bad. But there it is, LZRE. There's our very, very famous and characteristic LZRE side. I was really happy with mine after burger mounting. Oh yeah. That's definitely a good rec for a lot of these boards, if they have the clearance. This one actually is a little less on the clearance. This one actually doesn't have that much space on the bottom case. But for example, for the GH, it's a good solution. Thanks for the stream. No worries. Captain Badass, thanks for stopping by. J Ridge has an RE baller. Probably referring to his GH. But yeah, there's the side. Yeah. Let's see. LZ Reborn edition right there. Very nice. With some old and new artisans. Pretty cool. Okay, so stabs are not ticking, so that's a mission success for now. As for why I was sent this board, it was to see if I can build it with the stabs not ticking. So far so good, but if I notice something happen, then I guess I'll let you guys know. But yeah, that's what the build is here, and I'll maybe get it ready for the thumbnail here. All right, 3, 2, 1, boom. All right, sick. All right, so let's move this mic back. Okay, so yep, now from the top, you can see the board. There it is. The back side. Actually, for an LZ board of this era, this does have a relatively tighter USB port. Some of the boards have a pretty open side here, but this one is actually pretty nice and relatively tight relative to the USB mini port, so that looks nice. And it has Lindy compatibility. Yeah. I actually think a C port would probably fit here. I think it has just barely enough clearance for a C port to actually work. So if you replace this with a H87C type of PCB, it would technically still probably work. I think it has just enough length for it. And yeah, the RE, the best part of the RE is definitely this grilled portion of the back, which looks superb. It's a board that has like, it's minimal in the sense that it doesn't have an inner or outer weight at all. It's just the aluminum case with the little 2 inserts here, and of course the most like epic part of the RE is the side profile. Side profile is really what gave it lots of attention back in the day. I mean now too, right? A lot of boards are inspired by this, so it's definitely made it into the classics for good reason. Not to mention it was a pretty limited board when it happened. I believe this was technically not a public buy, the RE. I believe it was basically what a private group buy was. So that's why it kind of got the eyes of a lot of collectors at the time too, I think. The backspace sounding a little tight, but I think that might just be the keycap. China commission, 25 of them. I see. Okay, that sounds better. A little tight on the right, but I think it's just a keycap. Look at that. See, if I tap it really far to the right, this spacebar just floats. It's probably too far out. But if I tap it a little bit, like here, like it like floats. It's weird. It's a weird thing. Some of these spacebars fit, man. I think with the other spacebar it didn't happen, but this one does. Oh, wiggle the switch? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Let's check that out. Yo, Nine Walker, what's good? Degen hours? Somewhat. I mean, it is late, yeah. Yeah, I decided to stream a little late today. I was just working and then had a later dinner and whatnot, and just decided to do this a little bit later. Alright. Look at those cute pink Switch films. Diego, what do you have for dinner? I just had some stir-fry veggies, and we decided to go with something simple. We had like stir-fry veggies and steamed egg. Okay, hold on. Okay, no, you know what? This Switch doesn't wobble more than I think a normal Switch would in the case of like an open part like here. I don't think this is abnormal amount of movement or anything. So I think soldering definitely helped it, because the clips on the switches were definitely pretty loose. I mean, well, just worn out. Worn out is the right word for it. But yeah, I mix blacks on alu. Hello, Mr. Chomchi. Wow. How's it going? Actually, maybe I'll keep it on the slightly zoomed in here. Actually, you know what? I guess the Dolphins spacebar kind of sounds like the one this does, in the sense that it kind of sounds like that. Has that like more solid feeling. Like this like small tiny reverb it has. From the plate just kind of sitting on the case. But this one's sandwich mount though, so it's different. Not a great spacebar to be honest, by any means, but it's such a beautiful looking board. I really like this aggressive side profile that grew on me over time. Also, not to mention this particular color is super nice. Oh, this one also has a grill. That's right, the 2021 Dolphin. Yeah. I smell the Korean build, so here I am. I see. The song of our people. Korean custom. As soon as I saw that the hideous dolphin engraving was gone, I hopped in that GB. Yeah, some people really like it apparently, but I hated it too. I really dislike the dolphin engraving. Oh my god, thank you. Oh man, I so agree. I really dislike that one. The V3, the V2. I think it was the V3 that had the engraving. I didn't like that. I like the thicker plate, but I didn't like the engraving. Hammer Brother with the raid. Hello, thank you so much. I love and respect Lin with all my might, but his font choice is questionable. His font choice reminds me of old school Microsoft Word choices. Like back when people would, not word art. Word art is very like cartoony, but like, you know, when people would choose like, what was that, like copper plate black, like bold or whatever, like that old school Microsoft Word or whatever the Korean version of Microsoft Word was, but they had like a selection of fonts, and there were some that were kind of just very, very bold and very situational, and it's like one of those fonts. Too young to know what you're talking about? It's okay, it's okay. The FMJ R5 has one of the worst top case because of the badge. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's boards that I think just don't look good because of a simple badge and or engraving. It's just so easy to ruin that clean look. This spacebar actually sounds pretty nice. This spacebar does like topple when I hit it right here. You can see, like, kind of get stuck, but I literally never hit my spacebars at the far left, so it basically is whatever. I always hit my spacebars right around here. And that sounds good. How do you feel about the 356CL DGE engraving? I think that's fine. That one's more normal font. I think that one uses kind of like it. No, it's not Calibre. I think it's kind of like Arial narrow type of font. Oh no, it's not narrow. I think it might be like more on the regular side. I actually don't know too much about typefaces and like fonts and stuff, so don't ask me. But that one's more normal. But you know, like look at LZ's font choice here too. It's different as well. Look at this LZ Reborn edition, and it has that like this is the witchcraft font. It's the one they use for inscriptions of magic. The squiggly E and the Z. Sorry, Z for the folks who say Z instead. But you can see that. Just came in. How's the board? The board itself is nice. I mean, suffice to say that the value of the board really is in the look. It looks fantastic. I do think like for a board from back then, this is like I mean, for me, it's one of my favorite designs out there. Like the side profile, this thing, the grilled back, this like this like slanted portion in the back, like just the overall look of this, the proportions of the case and the bottom and the bezels, like a lot of this board, like the measurements of the dimensions of the board here is just like very visually appealing to me. So that's where I would put like the majority of the value. Typing experience wise, it's on the more rigid side. It has like 5 points at the top, 5 points at the bottom. I think like some of the spacebar points are pretty much like right here for top mount. So the spacebar feels on the more rigid side. Obviously, if you use like a stainless steel plate, even worse. Alloy plate though, pretty good with GMK caps. I mean, not GMK, OG double shot, like cherry double shots. Sounds good. MX blacks. Well, Nixies, I guess these ones. Yeah. I think this board really had such a unique aesthetic for the time period. So it's definitely one of my favorites in terms of how it looks. Unfortunately, very expensive keyboard though. Very expensive just because of the aftermarket nature of it. Yeah. Oh, the Futura. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. That now that you mention the font, I can imagine it. Yeah. Sounds right. What is this RS clone? What's up, Raz? I have an LZGH V2 coming soon. Oh, nice. I have my LZGH somewhere. It's not here. But I also have an LZGH V2, which I enjoy. Oh yeah, I moved to Korea on a whim. Oh really? You're like actually just there now? Oh damn. Well, Chamchi, one day I'll get to see you hopefully. One day I'll be invited to the Seoul Mechanical Keyboard Expo, right? Right? I'm so jealous of the people who went. I'm so jealous. It looks so cool. I mean, I think for me the biggest part was just like, oh, like get to meet all these people that I would love to meet in person. Ah, dude. So sick. Gotta meet my heroes one day, you know? Any of the old school Korean dudes were there? Well, I mean, Lin was there. I mean, Kevin Lim, the person who runs KLZ, has been in the community for a long time, by the way. The finances, KLZ took a big loss with this one. I mean, it's a big. I mean, but you know, it's. The thing is, it will pay off in the long run, at least in the sense that it sets the precedent for such a large event and one that was pretty well organized at that. Like, not only did they organize like a big event, you know, in Korea, but they also like managed to like find all these people and like have a pretty like organized like giveaway process and all these things. So yeah. LZ gone? No, I don't think they are. They show up to public things. My job said no one is allowed to plan vacation that week. Oh. Smoge. I love being a graphic design major. Is it your passion though? Graphic design is your passion? I can be really annoying on dates and point out what typeface the menu is. Oh, you're one of those people. Lamb. But it's, I mean, I don't know. It could be fun. It's kind of nerdy. It's kind of cute. I don't know. I think it's fun. But yeah, I can see how it's annoying. Diego, I didn't pay for my degree for nothing. That's true. Design. It's expensive. What was being run once again? Oh, the meetup. Didn't Gon scam people? Yeah, he didn't deliver a lot of orders for stuff, yeah. Gon's design works. Similar to Sprit. It was like a wishy-washy thing where he delivered some and didn't deliver a lot of others. You playing Genshin still? Yeah. Casually, yeah. I mean, I don't like put money into it, but I still play it, yeah. Play for the story, play for the events, that kind of stuff. plugged in now. Okay, well, I think it is time to wrap it up for me. It's definitely on the later side. Oh, Mr. Frank coming in here. How are you, Frank? Happy belated birthday. If you didn't know, Mr. Frank's birthday was just now, just recently. So happy birthday again. We love Frank, right? The best ajashi in our community. Oh, I forgot that this is different key mapping. I don't know how to key map this keyboard. All right, let's see if is someone streaming right now. I think I might be the last one for tonight. Yeah, I think I was the last person doing anything. We can raid Mr. Jang. The Jang is a big Lego person, and I like me some Lego. So we can go raid Mr. the Jang. It's been a minute since we've actually paid him a visit. Happy 52nd. Yeah, stream is ending. Oh, Ksov? Who's Ksov? I don't know Ksov, but yeah, we can go raid Ksov. Keyboard and chill. I don't know what they're up to, but they're keyboard and chillin'. So we can oh, they're a VTuber. Cool. Why not? Why not? Let's go raid KSO big V. Ksov. Alright, folks. Gonna wrap this up tonight. It's getting late for me. But I'll catch you guys soon. Let me see what's coming up now. Boop, boop, boom. Ooh, I am building a class 0413. That's the AT style keyboard that Studio sent out. It's like first proto. I know that they're doing some revisions for that, but once I get switches for that ready, I'll get to build that. I'm also going to be building an AIO3 Altair X split at some point. That should be on the way soon, but yeah, I'll be doing that soon too. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Have a good rest of your week. I'm not sure if I'll get to stream this rest of this part of the week, but if I get to, you'll see me alive. But I have this big deadline on next coming Tuesday, and I probably will be too busy working for that, so you probably won't see me stream until next week. Yeah. All right, friends. No raid message tonight. Just chilling. Go and follow Ksov. Hang out there for a bit, and take it easy. Take care, guys. Good night. Bye bye.